Hello everyone, petar.jacimovic here from microanalysis.com. I want to post the um, update about the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. This is because I got some questions about the news since today. As you know, we got a cash rate, interest rate decision today in about 7 hours, I think. Um, so I want to do the technical analysis here and see what the smart money is trying to do according to the chart we can see in the level where we are right now, the New Zealand US dollar. So I found a very qualitative, very good 5A structure here on the New Zealand dollar US dollar. This is according to 30 minutes time frame. So as you see, we got first wave, second wave, we got the third wave, which expanded to 161.8, and fourth wave, which expanded to 100% versus the second wave, and then fifth wave expanded exactly 100% versus the first wave. So this ratio is very, I mean, it's like a beautiful ratio about the waves. So it's classic 5A structure. And now you see the price, in New Zealand became very weak and dropped about, from high to low, it dropped about 40 pips already. So 40 pips, and you see the supply, how the supply came in. So this is not surprise, and it's not surprise why at this level price the supply came in like this, and it's still going lower. In my opinion, if you see, we got 10 was here. We started here. You see that price went higher, and went higher for about 100 pips at this point here. This is because, in my opinion, the professionals, they marked up. Okay, they marked up this currency pair during the most liquid time of the day, from the London session till starting with the London session till end of the London session. They marked up this currency pair. They marked up for the levels they think that, and it's also powerful ratio there. It's very powerful. So this area around 0.7260, 0.7270 area. So this level is very powerful. Now, they marked up because probably they want to weaken the New Zealand on the news. Again, this is just my view, according to the technical analysis, and also how the smart money operate usually. They mark up this during the most liquid time of the day, you know, and then they marked up because they want a better place and easier time. They will easier sell if they mark up before the news. Okay, so this is the logic. Now you will say this 5A structure is starting of the this is an impulsive wave, and this is maybe starting with this all maybe adjust only first wave, so we can establish later a second wave after retracement of 5061.8, and then the price can go higher. That's also a possibility. Of course, there is always possibility for that. We always must have that in the mind. But if we go the larger picture, you will see one interesting thing here. So, okay, we observed only this one here, but if you see the larger picture, then you can reveal some potential, even more qualitative things than this is only a first wave. So we got a strong downward like this. This is very strong. You get 1, 2, the second wave, then third wave, fourth wave, fifth wave. Okay, so this can be a major impulsive wave in the background, starting from probably July 10, July 12. It's actually opposite from the Euro New Zealand dollar, which I will show you, and how the Euro New Zealand dollar reacted to this supply on the New Zealand. Euro New Zealand dollar went higher as we expected. So if we observe the whole background and see what we got in the background, okay, so from the highest high here, this in my opinion is the major impulsive wave on this currency pair, and everything this is a major ABC corrective phase. Okay, this can also be a major ABC corrective phase where we got this like A, this leg like A, this like big classic ABC inside of this B leg, and then C leg, the 5A structure. So basically this is a classic zigzag 5-3-5 zigzag formation when we have the 5 waves here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the A leg, and then classic ABC in the second leg, and again 5A structure in the C leg. So it looks like very, it's more likely that this is a 5-3-5 zigzag formation, and as you see 61.8 C versus A is exactly where the price stop maybe missed about few pips. Okay, so this is the what you need to pay attention and to see where we are right now before today interest rate decision in New Zealand. Okay, according to this view, we may really expect the price to go lower from this stage. Even if this is an impulsive wave for some higher price, the price will retrace probably to 50% or 61.8. Okay, so it should also go lower at this point, at least around this stage here. Okay, but again, watching the higher picture, I will never be a buyer here, and because this potential strong counting in the play. Okay, so be very careful if you try to buy New Zealand dollar on the news. It's a very risky because it's a critical ratio there to this where the price stopped. Supply came in and a high volume above the average. So be very careful, since we may see the weak New Zealand also after the news. If we go to I didn't build anything here again because I already have the Euro New Zealand dollar buying, and the news will come in, so I will not extend the risk more and try to catch this one. Maybe after news when I see what will happen, but not before the news. So far I have the Euro New Zealand dollar active, and you will see, as I told you, the price already reacted about 40 pips when the New Zealand dollar, so Euro New Zealand dollar went higher since the weak New Zealand dollar. We saw the weak New Zealand dollar USD. Okay, this supply. If you watch also counting of Euro New Zealand dollar and want to find some clues what's going on with New Zealand, we have the 5A structure upward the same time when we got on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, 5A structure downward in the background, July 10. Okay, you see July 10 here. Okay, so again, everything is going very qualitative here so far. I like the reaction. Again, always, if we trade anything according to New Zealand dollar today, you always must keep your risk low. Remember that it doesn't matter how it looks like and what's going on. Keep the risk low. Never extend risk. Don't risk more than 1% in a single transaction. And when you keep the risk low and you have the quality risk reward ratio and you know what's going on in the market, what you can expect, then this is absolutely a successful and the most powerful business in the world. So it's all about it's a game of probabilities. And for example, what I meant when I say this is, for example, I took on the Australian New Zealand dollar like 1:4 ratios. I took the 4% in the single setup, risking 1%. Now on the USD, I already have 1 to 1.5 ratio. Pound USD is struggling here, but again, it's in plus 20 pips, 30. What's the point? The point is, if you have the quality risk reward ratio and you and this is technically also a very possible risk reward ratio, so you can achieve a very strong results. Okay, so you always keep your risk low. I'm always going for 1 to 3, at least 1 to 4 usually, sometimes even 1 to 5, 6 risk reward ratio when I see that ratio, the Fibonacci ratios and Elliott wave together with volume confirms that. Okay, and on that way, absolutely, you can afford easily to lose even 3 straight losses in a row. You pretty much cover with one good average setup. Okay, So this discipline is what is actually um, what's the key in the financial market, and what this discipline and this knowledge will um, create you the success. Okay, so this is about what I wanted to explain you. So about the New Zealand dollar scene, this is we got news, big news in the New Zealand. So in my opinion, again, I'm more expecting more that New Zealand dollar will be weak on the news, and that smart money doing the markup phase today before the news, so they will easier sell the New Zealand US dollar. You know, if they marked up on the higher price, they will easier sell the New Zealand. And again, wave count is confirming this again, together with Fibonacci ratio, and the larger picture also confirm this. But again, keep in mind, this is a news. It will be big volatility. Price may spike even to create some pin bars or something like that. So be very careful. Put the risk, keep the risk low, and that's my advice. So we will see what will happen. It will be very interesting, by the way. That is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you like my video, feel free to subscribe my YouTube channel. Also, if you want to learn my method and how I combine the Elliott wave analysis together with volume analysis, Wyckoff analysis, and the Fibonacci ratios, including the time ratio and retracement ratios, together with how to create the proper channels and how to read the price action as well. So you can absolutely start my mentorship program, 7 days course, and more about that and more details, you can contact me if you're interested in the Skype. I'll put my Skype username in the description of the video. And if you are an investor and you want to invest the money, I'm also managing accounts for investors, so you can also contact me about that. That will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I wish you good trading and have a